Hello, everybody. It's me, Gibbon. I'm practicing PIDA right now. Here in Bulgaria, today's a holiday, non-working day for everybody, and I have a lot of free time to spend to unblock myself. I find today as a perfect opportunity to use the whole free day that I have to PIDA a lot. And right now I'm unblocking many parts of my body. I will try to unblock all the main areas for 13 minutes on each spots: elbows, knees, wrists, feet. Wrists, elbows, knees, and feet. All of these for 30 minutes on every side. So right now I'm slapping here on the top of the palm. So yeah, it's perfect time to talk a little bit about the unblocking effect. There is a reason why I will practice a lot of PIDA, and this reason is because of the unblocking. I reduced my PIDA practice and I started to see signs of blockage in my body. Started to see again mental weakness. Actually, this is the main reason to want to unblock that much right now. This is my motivation to have this mental stability that unblocked meridians give me. In the last video, I've talked about the compounding effect of PIDA and Lajin, and how 5 minutes of PIDA is not 2 times more than 10 minutes. Actually, 10 minutes are not only 2 times more than 5 minutes. I mean, it's like more. And 30 minutes of PIDA is not 6 times more than like the effect from 5 minutes. We have tens of effect. You see, 10x's of effect if we practice 30 minutes compared to 5 minutes. So today, imagine how big unblocking I'm going to make for my body. So the title of the video is Expectation versus Reality, and you see that reality is that you always need to practice, because the blockages will come back, and even if you unblock some blockages, the others will come. And the worst thing is, if you suffer from chronic disease, it's very likely to unblock the same blockages during your PIDA journey again and again and again and again. I like the mental stability that 30 minutes PIDA on my elbows and on my knees gives me. It's like my mind is in its best shape. It's not shaky. I truly don't care, and the stress factors must be very big to shake my mind if I do my regular 30 minutes PIDA on elbows and knees. But since I got this job full-time, for those who are new to the channel, 4 months ago I was working as a freelancer, and I was working actively maybe 2 or 3 hours during the day. But now I have this full-time job, and I still go to work with my old job from time to time, like a few times a week. I'm a still yoga teacher, breakdance teacher, artist, dancer. And since I work that much, I reduced my Paida practice a lot, my Login practice also a lot. I try to hit like 30 minutes to 60 minutes every day, but most of the days it's 30 minutes. And as an effect of this, some of the blockages start to come back. And they have also compounding effect. You see, the first signs of blocking, you don't if you don't pay attention to them, they became more and more, bigger and bigger, and shake your health, shake your mind. So the reality is that you always need to spend some time to unblock yourself, and it's very good if you have like 1 or 2 days a week to have very good Paida practice, like 2 hours. Once a week is very good actually, if you can do that, and it has amazing effect. Like the effect stays. It's not only during the same day. Even in my opinion, if you are not too much in sports, and like dancing, using your body a lot, if you only Paida 2 times a week for 2 hours, it would be super beneficial practice. At least for me, is like that. But because of my job, I need a lot of Login, because stretching turns out to be more important for me, because I'm spinning on my head stuff. Also, sometimes in my work, when I work with horses, I need to use my body a lot, because you see the horses are very very strong animals, and you need to be in a good shape to work with them. You need to have a good reflexes. They are very fast. Yeah. So let's talk exactly about expectations and reality. The expectations when you practice Paida must be like you should expect something that helps, of course, but you cannot expect that it will be long lasting that much, because Paida and Login are very interesting. You start to practice Paida Login. At least, let me say about my story. When I started to practice Paida Login, everything happened so fast. The disease that I've tried to reduce, to heal myself from, they were bothering me for years and years, and with Paida Login, they were gone in 3 days. Most of them, like the insomnia. The insomnia was something that I've experienced so much. I mean, this was my life. My life was my insomnia. It was very heavy condition, and this was just gone. This just disappeared when I started to practice. But remember my first day that I stopped, that I didn't practice. When I go to bed, I had sleepless night again. So the reality is that you need to practice to keep the effect. There are thousands of cases like this from people who attended workshops of Master Shao, and also this guy from Bulgaria named Kaman Filipov. He is also very good at workshops. He's doing them, and it's like following the movement of Master Shao, doing it the same way, even adding one more day to the workshops. He's doing them 8 days. The testimonials often say one and the same thing. Like we used to have very big results, but we didn't continue our practice at home, and that's why we are here again in the next workshop, because it works very good. So imagine the workshop, you are slapping yourself 7 days in a row, many hours a day. I don't know how many hours. They probably spend 10 hours a day slapping. And after this, the effects are extremely good and very long lasting. But let's say in month and a half, 2 months, the disease slowly but surely start to come back. And if you don't do something about them, if you procrastinate, they will again have their peak. We don't want that. I don't want to come fast again, you see. I don't want to have 10 seconds of sex again. I don't want this premature ejaculation. And depends on how much you don't want that. This is something very important for your success. Like for me, I don't want to experience this premature ejaculation so much that it keeps me practicing Paidawajin every day. From 4.5 years straight. Even now, I'm working a lot, but I still have some time to practice. At least 15 minutes a leg every single day. No excuses. If someday I do not stretch on the bench, I do some Paida. Okay. Where was I? So expectations. When I started, I had expectations that if I unblock something, it will continue to be unblocked. And I was kind of disappointed when it turned out to not be like that, because when I read the book, I was feeling that Master Shao means that you stretch once on this bench and you are free from this disease. I really meant that. I was starting my Paidawajin journey with this thing in mind, that once unblocked, it will be unblocked for a lot of time. But interesting is that for some things, it is, let's say, like that. Because my back pain, I used to have to feel like all the time a little pain in my spinal cord, around my spinal cord, and I was stretching on a bench like for 5 months, and till now, I don't have this. I don't feel it. I need to train a lot, or need to, I don't know, but I don't feel that. Even if I skip my Lajin practice for 5 months, something like this, I think that this is the longest period without regular Lajin practice. But I was practicing a lot of Paida then. So, but this heavy, like pain in my spinal cord is not there like consistently. Vitaly, thank you for your question. Cupping have the same effects as Paida? Question mark. here is my experience with this. I use cupping therapy a lot. Right now I'm procrastinating it and I don't use it, but I use it a lot. So Paida, when I have Paida on my back, on my spine, for my spinal issues like weak spine, the Paida versus cupping therapy, like cupping therapy is like nothing compared to Paida. Paida gives so much energy to my spinal cord and gives me many times more like a better athletic abilities. Remember when I first asked my family to apply some Paida on my spine, on my back? There were 4 people, 4 members of my family slapping me. It was my Christmas gift. And then 10 days after this Paida, I was able to do harder tricks and some new flips, even some new flips in my breakdancing. And I was very happy about that. With cupping, I don't feel that, but on internal organs, cupping is amazing too. Like just as Paida, maybe mild, with not that good effect, but on internal organs, is still good. It's still good, especially for sex life. Is very good. But again, for insomnia, when I use cupping therapy and go to sleep, if I don't practice anything else, not Python, not Wajen, only cupping therapy and try to sleep, I still have some hard time falling asleep. But if I apply Python on my back, something that helps a lot for my insomnia is Python between the shoulder blades. I'll answer this question too, but for my insomnia, helped a lot this slapping between the shoulder blades and on the shoulder blades. And you see here, Paida is better too. I think Paida is overall like better than it's completely, it's much better than cupping therapy in every way. But of course, cupping therapy is very easy and still works. It's not a stupid thing to do. It's very good for detoxification and many other things like stimulating the immune system. Is it safe to slap neck or back of the head or back head spines? Back of head spine. Back of head spines. I'm not sure that I get this right, but I slap my neck a lot like this. I had a few practices that were more than 2 hours like this here. It's not only good, it's amazing. My neck felt very good, and I'll share you a story. I shared it a few times in this channel, but once in one children party, I was spinning on my head, but the floor was lumpy, and because of this lumpiness of the floor, I wasn't stretching before this, so I wasn't warmed up. When I spin on my head, my neck hurt. So I hurt my neck super bad. And the same day, the evening, I had the breakdancing competition, and I spent 2 hours of slapping my neck, and I cured it with Paida. You see, I only slapped, got cured it, but you get what I'm saying. It was so bad that I couldn't do this move like that, but then I did it. I slapped here for right here for 1 hour, and then I switched here for 1 more hour, and the pain was gone. Yeah, and I even did some tricks on my head too on the competition at the evening. So yeah, where was I? I can't remember exactly. And actually, there is one question that in the previous video, one guy from Israel asked about the earthing practices and techniques, and his insomnia related with kidney channel. There is one very good exercise that I've never showed. Can I do it like with my arm? Yes, you can do it with your arm, but you get exhausted very quickly. You can use something. You know these wooden spoons that we use in the kitchen to cook. They're good to to reduce the energy that you put into the slapping. You can use them. You can use these wooden spoons. What else you can use? You can use I don't know. You can use a lot of things. Everything that is flat and it's long, you can grab it and slap on the neck. You can use a flat stick, but not a round stick. Not stick which is like this, but flat, which is like that. You can grab it and slap on the neck, because if you slap for a long time with hand, is you get exhausted. And there is one more thing: if you slap with hand, the hand is very heavy, and you will feel your brain shaking in your cranium, in your skull. It's not the most pleasant feeling. And always when I slap from here to here, I always use slapper. Sometimes only for this area, and here I use hand. But if I don't have slapper nearby, but for a head, because of this shaky feeling on the brain, I use this. I use slappers. Yeah. So about the earthing practices that this guy asked in my previous video, I definitely recommend this exercise. Of course, I recommend Lajin on reclining position. I recommend Paida on inside of the legs. I recommend Waiwajin. It's very good also, Waiwajin. But something that you can do in no time, and it improves the kidney energy a lot, is the wall squats, squatting against the wall. This is exercise that's also described in the book, and it's very good. You can use it. This video took too long actually, but thank you, Vitaly, for your questions. I love them, and they're very good questions, not like these stupid questions that that some guys like ask. Okay, so I'll try to do some wall squats to see how they look for the end of this video. They are very good for the kidney energy. And what does this mean? That kidney energy is something that you can use for your urination problems, for your reproductive problems, also for reducing the fear on emotional level. You can reduce the fear, feel more stable-minded, and pain in these areas like here, 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 and in the middle, like on the spine, going till here, till the neck. In these areas are supported by the energy that comes from the kidney and urinary bladder channels. So lower back pain, pain on the spinal cord, you see. So it will be it can look a little funny, this exercise, but you're a smart guy. So the thing is that you must touch with your toes. This is the perfect variation. With your big toe, the wall, and your feet must be on the same location as your shoulders, like same length. And you try to squat like you are squatting against the wall, touching your nose to the wall. I'll then move the camera. but this is how this squats looks like from the back. And right now I'm gonna show you how they look from this angle. Can you see my nose? Yes. So you stay like that, touching your nose, squatting slowly. At the end of the squat, you grab your knees, grab your legs, and then slowly stand up. When you make a few of these, like 9 or 18 or 27, you see, you feel like this part of the body, lower back, here, the spine, even the neck and the trapezius muscles, they will be warmed, all these areas. And this heat that will be produced from this exercise will be exactly placed on the kidney and urinary bladder meridians. When I started Ido Portal squats with arms lifting above the head and stretched muscles between shoulder blades, it was horrible, and just cupping helped me. Very good, very good. Look, cupping is amazing. I love it. It can help, but in some serious chronic problems, it could turn out that it's not enough. But it's amazing. I help myself a lot of times with cupping. Like sometimes on my shoulder, I place it. It is burning pain, and after this cupping therapy, it's like nothing. So sometimes it's like this, sometimes it's very, very refreshing, and some pain can disappear in only one therapy, but sometimes it's not enough. Also, my girlfriend, I remember one time with very heavy lower back pain, and I placed a few cups, like 10, 12 cups on the lower back, and it helped like that. She just jumped from the bed, and it was enough to feel like nothing happened. You see, like no, there were no pain. It's amazing. What are these squats? I'm very interesting. Ido Portal. Ido Portal squat. Oh, I cannot find it like that. Once is it again with against the wall, or it is just squatting? Once the hardest squat I can I've seen was from this guy from Israel. This guy, like, it was again, touched his feet, lift his arms, and squatted. And I was in very good shape at that moment, and I did it too, but I'm not sure if I can do it right now too. Probably I'll fall 100%. I can't squat till the end. Maybe if I place my hands only like this. Oh, I can't. Okay. Guys, it was a pleasure again. Vitaly, thank you for our conversation. It was very, very good, very pleasant. Wish you a good day, everybody, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.